All right, the battle continues. This is part two, playing as the Confederates on Ultimate General Civil War, the No Infantry Campaign Challenge. It's part two of the Battle of Stones River. We've got the Union on the run. He's fallen back toward his position, his final position that he'll hold at the Nashville Pike. We're going to try to inflict as many casualties as we can before he gets there. Finally got our third corps into the action. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and pause real quick while I issue some orders to these guys. A lot of it's going to come in the form of artillery in this case. I'm just going to start getting them all moved down there, and then I'll kind of organize them as they get closer. A lot of them are going to make it out of here, but some won't. See if we can grab these supplies. Nice. Should have probably gone up and grabbed these 3 more batches of supplies here. Somehow this guy's running away as fast as my cavalry can chase him, which is ridiculous to me. And now he's going to get his supplies back. Oh, maybe not, because those guys are routing. How on earth infantry is outrunning cavalry right now is beyond me. Even before they got to the woods, they were outrunning me. Now they tried to turn and fight. And that'll be the end of them. Unreal. How are they getting away? Well, we're going to have to let them get away now because I can't get my cavalry dragged out there any further. Alright, we're going to back these sharpshooters off because they're getting pummeled right now. Don't have any long-range guns here, so let's see what we can do to start bringing up the artillery. Bring up everybody, in fact. At least move them up to here. Got to be careful for these guys that they don't get isolated too much up here. Right now I just want to take out this unit. No, don't. No, I don't want you to go down there. I just want you to fire into the flank of this infantry. Alright. Fife's about to have some fun at the hands of my 24-pounders. I sense this will not end well for you, sir. These are that infantry unit that I just have hold as a placeholder so that I can use infantry weapons with my skirmishers. It's kind of a weird quirk of the game, but that's something that you have to do. I'm surprised we haven't wiped this unit out yet. Honestly, for the most part right now, in this late stage of December 31st, I'm just trying to cause casualties to make my assault on the Nashville Pike a little easier. I'm going to continue to take out his guns as much as I can. I don't have any. Oh, we've got some 10-pounder Blakeleys, but they don't have much range either. These are all mostly smoothbores in this corps. All right. He's probably going to have 40,000 plus holding the Nashville Pike when we get there. I want to replenish my own units before I make that assault, because some of my units are kind of weak and have taken some casualties, and that was my intention with this battle, was to hold back enough resources to be able to do that. So right now I'm just going to try to target this battery as best I can. And then I think we'll go ahead and jump ahead to the next day. We've reached the end of December 31st. I can finish at any point, but I've actually got a really advantageous position here with some stubborn units in the woods that don't want to give up, and I want to wipe out every one of them. I've actually got him all the way down to just 16 artillery pieces now. He will get some reinforcements, but it's worth it for me to just keep pounding away at him right now, especially with all of my artillery. See if we can wipe out the rest of these units. Maybe not Scribner, but I think all the other ones. even though we're getting low on ammo. Let's get up there with some supplies. The rest of these units should dissolve away pretty fast. Can see now he's down to just 24,000 men, 11 guns. I think these are the only remaining batteries. 6 guns now. Oh, he's charging at me. Look at that. I don't have any cavalry on that side. Alright, let's just go in and finish these guys. Now we can finally see his Nashville Pike position for the first time. Alright, we took out the remaining battery, so I think we're going to go ahead and move on to New Year's celebrated on the battlefield. Oh, he's down to just 19,000 men. He actually went down some. So I've got the advantage, 0 guns on his side. So I'm going to get built back up, and then this should be a pretty easy assault to finish this battle. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take 34,000 men and 191 guns up against his 19,000 men. Now, I fully expect that my artillery can do this job pretty effectively. A lot of my guns I wasn't able to replenish just because I don't have any more of those particular type of guns. But a lot of these guns I do, especially some of these rifled guns. So we're going to get them moved into position and just try to use the artillery to soften this position as much as possible. We've got 4 hours to do this. Only 19,000 men, and he has no guns to return fire with. So as long as I can get into position to where I can see what's going on. Is he actually pulling out? He is. Well, that may make my job even easier. He may realize he just has no chance to hold against me, and he's just gonna pull out of there and leave the objective to me. So we'll start moving up slowly. We'll see what happens on this other side. He's going to try to hold a little bit. He's not completely abandoning the position. Doesn't do anything to change my strategy, though. I wish I had more long-range guns than I do. These Whitworths should be able to do some damage from distance. Now he's going to try to reoccupy a few of these fortifications. Not entirely sure I'm going to be able to do too much from this side of the river. He has no artillery, so this is all about targeting his infantry at this point. I don't know that I've ever been in a situation where the enemy had 0 artillery and I had almost 200 pieces. I'm going to go ahead and send some of these units up here just to get a glimpse, see if he's got anything up here to hold against my crossing the river. Yeah, I didn't think I could cross that way. Just be careful here because I'm putting these guns right out front. Oh yeah. Better protect these guns though. I've got them super close. Come on, Rhodes, you got to hold, buddy. Right, he does have some units up there, that's okay. Alright, we just wiped out that unit in the center. That's the thing, with this much artillery concentrated, it doesn't take very long for me to just completely annihilate a unit. All of that slow process on the opening day of the battle is what sets me up to just have a really easy time taking Nashville Pike on this phase. Of course, now the trick is I've got all this artillery and I've got to constantly leapfrog them to keep them close enough to be effective. Just be careful here because we're getting into his line. Back these sharpshooters up a little bit. In fact, I'm going to send them around to the edge over here. Start picking off some of these stronger units on his left. Alright, he's down under 20,000 men. No artillery. This Just watch these guys melt away. Just now getting all my artillery back into position to fire. Under 19,000. Start inching the line forward. Getting artillery into position over here to fire. They're not quite there yet. A lot of units that are going to take a few more hits from the artillery and just be gone. There goes one. Just got to keep an eye on the clock now. Under 17,000 men. Scribner, that was gutsy, buddy. It's not gonna last, but it was gutsy. Alright, we've got to get supplied. I got a whole bunch of men back here that I didn't even move, just because I didn't need them. $15,500. Be interested to see where this puts me going into the Chancellorsville campaign. I'm expecting that one to be a bit of a challenge, but again, I'm hoping artillery is what makes the difference for me. I'm going to really rely heavily on artillery, and I just desperately would like to get my hands on some better guns. That's one thing that's holding me back with my artillery right now, is just the availability of some of those really nice weapons like those 4-inch siege guns. If I could get a couple batteries of those, man, I could just do just about anything I want. I'm gonna head up the center with my cavalry. I'm gonna take some casualties, but I want to try and grab all these supplies. Nice. Alright, Sweets Cavalry, you're going to have a little bit of a challenge here running up against all these guys, but let me try to send some help up to you. Nice, he just lodged all of those men. Perfect. Well, let's hang tight. We're driving them up that way where my artillery's working on Starkweather. What's he down to now? 13,000 men. Gonna use his supplies to resupply my artillery. And we're gonna grab this other objective. Yeah, it looks like most of his remaining forces are going to be mounted infantry hiding in the back. Cruft surrendered. Let's go do the same to Barker. Harker, I guess it is. Gonna bring us down to around 10,000 men left to go after. Bye-bye. 9,400. Where's the rest of my cavalry? Here they are. There's got to be other units I don't see. Because I don't see 9,400 men right now. So we're going to start inching up some more here. See if we can spot the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units of mounted infantry. Seven. That's pretty much all he's got left. They're all just sitting back here. So we're going to start bringing up the artillery. If he makes a move, I send in the cavalry. Only 12 minutes left. I'm hoping it's going to let me continue this battle past the timer, but I don't know, since I've got both objectives. We'll find out in a second. Wish I could just get my cavalry to hold still. Ah, it wouldn't let me finish. Darn it. Okay. Well, there you have it. Pretty much an annihilation of the Union Army. I'm really curious to see what I've captured. A bunch more of these 1861s. I've been capturing those like crazy all the way along. Lots of supplies. We did capture 14 10-pounder Parrots. That's nice. Only 2 20-pounders. Man, again, just nothing decent as far as artillery goes. And very few artillery pieces of note that have been rescued. That's the frustrating part, is the lack of decent artillery that I've been capturing. But that gets us to the Fredericksburg, or the Chancellorsville campaign. 3 more battles coming up. I want to see if there's anything decent in the armory that has become available to me as far as artillery goes. Oh, we got 5 more 10-pounder Blakeley's. That'll be nice. Some more 24-pounders. A few more of those. I'm going to buy up all of those that I can. What about... Alright, we did get a bunch more telescopic sight. Let's take a look real quick at reputation points to spend. Again, nothing really that good. We're going to buy up these cavalry weapons because that's really the only thing of any worth there. So that shows you kind of where we're at this point as we go into Blackwater River, Rio Hill, first Franklin, and then Chancellorsville, and then we're on to Gettysburg after that. So as always, let me know your thoughts. Use the comment section below. Probably be later on next week before we get to the next battle, but it will be coming. All right, thanks a lot, guys.